after a while, there's no aim. There's no purpose. So right now, you've set up a purpose for her, and she set up a purpose for you. Yeah. You guys have aimed at it and hit it every single time. And I mean, I think that's a true testament to being effective during your training. Going from, like I said, 6 days a week, not sleeping really well, nutrition is kind of all over, the place, just more misinformation, to now having, the value of protein and balance, dieting. You've adopted a lifestyle. You've rested well. Now you can, it's about that rest and recovery. And I think that this spotlight specifically, we could say, has been the best overall of balance.
Yeah. I usually do.
Yeah. No, seriously, you came in and we were like, ooh, look at this one. Hello. Okay, so welcome to Sculpt Fitness Spotlight. I have Patti Lopez Cruz here with me and her lovely trainer, Katie. And seriously, it's really great. It's really great having you here, and it's been great having you here working out and training, to seeing how far you've come. We talked a little bit before we turned on the camera to kind of see how you're doing. And like you said, you're very nervous. It's okay. I'm very nervous too, because I'm super excited. I feel like I'm just going to start throwing all your accolades out there, like she used to work. Yeah. So when you first came in with us, I remember that consultation. We were talking about that consultation. Now let me get this straight. Okay. So you were working out 6 times a week, sometimes back to back?
Yes.
Okay. And you were doing a weight training and then cardio that day, or in some classes?
Yes.
Okay. And
high intensity.
And how long Patti, did you see that you weren't seeing results? Like, how long was it where you're like, hey, I'm not seeing what I want to see?
After, I think at the end of the 3rd month, beginning of the 4th month,
okay,
that's when things started becoming very hard.
Okay. So 4 months in, you were like, oh shit, I'm not seeing the
difference that I should be seeing with the amount of
work,
cardio and work that I was doing.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I imagine, it was a shock for you when you sat down, because I remember your face when I told you that you might be doing a little too much. Yeah, a little bit too much, just a smidgen too much. And now for everybody watching, everybody listening, it's important to know that everybody's different. But overworking yourself 6 to 7 times a week, if you're in the gym, you really have to be regimented with your sleep, with your intake, with everything. Now, you also had gone to see a nutritionist right before or during when you came in for the consultation. Were you already seeing that nutritionist?
I was already seeing my nutritionist.
Yeah. And how was that information when you got the double down, like, hey, you're working, too much on something that you don't need to be doing? Because you also work extremely hard outside of the gym. You know what I mean? So
it was like a reality check for me.
Yeah.
It was hard to process, because I thought the more I work out and the more I'm more active, the better results I was gonna get, which I was very wrong.
Yeah. Well, especially when you have, professionals saying that to you, and then another, so we doubled down on their advice to you.
Yes.
Which was, hey, bring that training, back a little bit. Focus a little bit more on your nutrition. Yes. Focus a little bit more on your sleep, your recovery. And that was a shock to you.
Yes.
A huge shock. And how's your sleep improved on that?
Taking in the information that I gathered from the nutritionist, and she reminded me, make sure you're resting, make sure that you're sleeping good. And then coming here, I remember Katie and you mentioning to me, how are you sleeping?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You're
like, oh, here we go again.
Oh my God. This is the second people telling me, asking me, how am I sleeping?
We know each other.
Yeah. Be like, did she call you? Did she call you? Yeah. And it was that. It was that for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I started looking for different ways on how I could make my sleep better. So I definitely changed my sheets and I got weighted blankets.
Yeah.
You and I had talked about the sounds and the
Yes.
cooling thing for the bed.
Yeah, the cooling thing for the bed is great.
Which it has been helping so
Did you order it?
Yes,
You
I
did order it?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay, cool. We're helping it out
That's
all the
why
ways.
You're stress free.
It is it's so amazing, right? What is it? Isn't it called the cool? Chili pad.
something.
Chili pad.
Yes.
Yeah. It is amazing.
Sounds
It regulates your sleep when you lay on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
So when you lay down, I mean, it gets like 70 degrees, like 75 degrees. You're sweating, in bed. You're not going to be able to fall asleep, especially on a hot, summer, summer night or something. Even with the AC on, with that thing, it regulates that you're at like 55 to like 60 degrees.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I sleep
I
at
have mine
least.
at like 55.
That's what I put on mine's
because
low.
I like to be kind of
tucked
in.
Yeah, tucked in.
Oh, you
yeah.
can actually
So-
switch the temperature.
Yeah,
on
you
it.
could switch the temperature on it.
okay.
It is a phenomenal product. I've been recommending that to a lot of people, and the initial cost is a little bit much, like
It's
$400.
a great investment,
worth
though.
But it's great. Yeah, I've slept an average of 2.5 hours longer. Have you been able to track your sleep and see?
Not
But you
much,
feel it.
But I feel it.
Okay.
It's also hard to get out of the bed.
Yeah. Now you want to stay in it.
You look like you're sleeping much better
Yes.
too.
Yeah. And I mean, that's because the stress relief, which,
Yes.
like I said, we can definitely get in that. So you went from being a gym rat, underrested, overworked. Your nutrition was good, but were you doing like the bro diet type thing? Like, I'm eating, asparagus, boiled chicken, and rice. Or were you kind of still
No.
eating kind of whatever?
I was eating. At the beginning, it was more of a learning curve for me. Coming from a Latino family,
Yeah.
everything is rice and beans.
Yeah. Yes.
So for me, it was very challenging to change that mentality that in every meal I needed rice, beans, or bread.
Yeah.
It was very hard.
Yeah.
So working with a nutritionist helped me understand better how to break down the foods.
Yeah.
Then that started helping me to learn, okay, if I want to eat this, I just need to eat a little bit. The quantity needs to be less.
A little bit less. Yeah.
Less. But I also need to increase the protein,
Yeah.
which that was vital.
Yeah.
Then starting here, working with Katie, she would remind me, how is the good carbs going? How are the proteins going? Like yesterday or the day
Veggie
before,
intake, yeah.
she reminded me, Patty, I think you need to increase your veggie intake. And I'm like, oh, snap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's important. I'm still working with my nutritionist, but our focus more is more independently work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now it's not just a treatment, if you want to call it.
Yes. It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And now I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Like for Thanksgiving, I made excellent decisions when it came to food.
That's huge.
Because-
while still enjoying yourself.
Exactly. I grabbed a little bit of everything, but it was a lot less compared to last year.
Yeah. This compared to now
3
a
or
little
4
bit.
plates of everything.
Yeah. Now it's just a little bit.
It's just, one plate, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I was able to enjoy myself and, I was able to enjoy the food of Thanksgiving and the moment of it. Not thinking, oh my God, all of this carbs. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I'm being so bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you got that balance.
Yeah.
The balance,
The attitude
Right.
has changed dramatically.
The way of thinking
Is huge. I
is
see. Oh my
humongous.
You're even smiling more.
Yeah, you are very smiling. Well, now you really smile. You're like
Right.
always smiling.
It's like
How's it? How has it done for your confidence?
Oh.
Your confidence.
skyrocketed.
Yeah. So, like I said, before we turn on the camera, we talked a little bit, and Patti shared with us that she's lost 6% of body fat. For it's been a year, so it's lost 6%. You've gained about 3 to 4 pounds of lean mass, muscle mass on top of the muscle mass that you had. So the protein synthesis and the stuff that you were doing, you were eating. We were right on point with your nutritionist too when we were telling you. I believe it was right almost to the gram of how much protein you were supposed to have. We partnered with Avatar Nutrition, which is phenomenal.
The app is great.
The app is amazing. I really enjoyed it. And to share something with you guys too, yesterday I was like, man, I'm not going to track. I don't know like how, I don't even know what I had. But then I said, I'm going to just look back throughout the day and just do it. I was right on point. Made me feel a little bit better about like, hey, I don't need to eat I don't need to eat that. And I felt very satiated and full. And that's what's great about that app is that it regulates, throughout of all the work that you've been doing.
Yes.
And so for you doing, coming from 6 days a week, going, kind of rogue, she's going to spin classes and workout classes, strength training, to now, what was it, 3 days a week, 2 days a week, 2 days?
It was 2 days a week.
2 days a week
Yep.
with Katie and with a professional, your exercise selection. And I heard before that you had a nice time with the new hybrid program that you're on that we use. How was your training? You said she was trying to kill you? Was that it?
Murder me. I believe those were the words.
Yeah. Was it murder or kill? Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah. So
Still smiling.
yeah. Still very smiley. So kind of walk us through how your exercise has changed, your thought process with exercise, movement.
Oh, forms.
Okay. Yeah. Just the way you do things.
The way I do things is a lot different compared to before.
Yeah.
I remember at the beginning, Katie used to tell me, Patti, slow down. You're not in a rush.
Yeah. Like
Wow.
in between sets,
In
different
between sets.
different exercises, you just go.
Go,
So
go,
used
go,
to
go.
it's like that spin class mentality.
Yeah, yeah.
Just constantly moving. I'm like, give yourself, that rest in between sets.
So you could perform.
Right.
Yeah. So you can
exactly.
actually have the returning energy to
Yes.
finish the sets. That must have been real tough. Yeah, I remember in the beginning you were saying that,
Yeah.
with her, we talked about it in a couple meetings where like, hey, Patty's got to slow down, because you'll burn yourself out. And if the exercise selection is proper. So what sort of stuff were you doing with Patti? What sort of exercises did you introduce to Patti to be doing that she's doing now?
Honestly, just sticking to the basics.
Yeah.
Might sound a little bit cliche, but just improving her form. And Patti, you do a good job actually retaining that information, and you have no problem asking me like, "How's my form look?" I'm like, "You're spot on. You're good."
Yeah,
And
that's what
if
she pays
it's
us for,
not, we critique that. But just keeping up the intensity. We're doing more supersets now. A couple tri-sets. Patti loves those.
The giant sets and tri-sets.
Tri-sets,
Yeah,
yep.
those are fun. But it's a learning experience to see that its effectiveness,
Right.
efficientness, and going to the basics is what we practice here mostly. I would say that's been refreshing with working with Katie. It's been very refreshing working with our staff, like with the people that we've brought in as our team. It's like, hey, stick to the basics, watch what happens, and obviously, like I said, we've seen the composition has changed. I believe we were down 10 pounds. 10 pounds. 15 pounds. There you go. So 15 pounds total. And you've been working out less. You two together have proven that this combination of information and leadership and client trainer and has kind of come together and really helped each other. You've made her better because she gets to now see you change so much, and now
That's
builds
rewarding to me.
builds her confidence, our confidence, and now she builds yours, and now it's like the
Holy
relationship
shit.
where the relationship works.
I think it's very important to have chemistry with your personal
Sure.
trainer
Yeah,
You want to trust them.
yeah,
because it could be hard. I've worked with other trainers and all they want is push you, and be out of that door.
yeah.
She doesn't, since the beginning, she doesn't do that to me.
Yeah.
It's all the way around. It's like, hey, how's it going? Talk to me. What's going on? There's a few times that I've been come here and she sees my face. She's like, uh-oh, a bad day. What happened? Talk to me. Let's walk it out. Let's work this out. Let's get the stress out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patience.
And you don't
And-
even have to tell me a single word, just
Yeah.
are you okay?
Yeah.
You choose how personal you want to get to,
Yeah, and that helps too.
Yeah. Oh, it's huge to have good communication and a good understanding in reading somebody's body language before they even come in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a skill that's getting very, very lost in a lot of
Yes.
trainers that are coming in now.
They're not being mindful of the importance of emotional support during stressful times.
Yeah.
Because working out for me is my me time.
Yeah.
It's where I'm able to say, how is my body doing? But at the same time think, what happened during the day? how can I improve as a leadership in my job? How can I improve as a person? What happened today that triggered me to feel this way while I'm working out? And that helps.
Huge.
And it has made me a better person. Working out has been the time where I'm able to self-analyze what I'm capable and what my body can do, but also that cognitive ability of reflecting in your actions and reflecting on your day and see how you could improve and make tomorrow a better day.
That's huge. That's so huge.
And it's that time where you're able to say, whoa, hold on. I lifted a lot more. Yeah. Wow. And I was able to do it. And all of that, you add it up and you feel better as a person. And you get to go home and literally relax and enjoy your food. And I get out of here and there's no stress.
Yeah.
There's no stress.
Yeah.
So I'm a better sister. I'm a better daughter. I'm a better person overall because it kind of helped me to regulate.
Yeah. Accomplish all the things you need to in that time. Wow, that's huge. That you had gone from, like I said, a 6 times a week gym rat, and I think you were going for, look at what I can do, to now being, you were going through workouts. I call them, those are just workouts, to now training, which is specific performance for you. That's the difference. I try to say, like, workouts are great sometimes for mental, like, hey, we're not going to have a plan. We're just going to do what we like or love. Every once in a while, those are good. But those can burn you out because after a while, there's no aim. There's no purpose. So right now, you've set up a purpose for her, and she set up a purpose for you. You guys have aimed at it and hit it every single time. And, I mean, I think that's a true testament to being effective during your training, going from, like I said, 6 days a week, not sleeping really well, nutrition is kind of all over, the place, just more misinformation, to now having, the value of protein and balance, dieting. You've adopted a lifestyle. You've rested well. Now you can, it's about that rest and recovery. And I think that this spotlight specifically, we could say, has been the best overall of balance, I would say. Like seeing you change from, that sporadic, person coming in, I got it, to now walk in. We have, yes, it was. Yeah.
You would never be able to tell.
Yeah, and now it's so different. Your demeanor is different. When you walk in, it's different. The confidence is there. I don't even see you flinching if it's like 5 pounds heavier she's telling you to get, or a barbell that has extra on it.
No, I just get dirty looks, but
she still does it. Yeah. You still get that. But that's the fun part. Come on, that's the fun part about training.
That's what I was gonna say earlier too. From you literally cutting your training in half, and more. Since working with me, I remember when I first told you, like, I don't care if you go to the gym outside of our trainings, but you got to dial it back. Your face just dropped. Because you putting that time, setting it for yourself, going so consistently for yourself, you're stressing yourself out even more.
Yeah, it was huge.
So I had this
cutting
stress.
The training down less, you're actually able to relax.
Yeah, I had this stress. I had this stress, like, I need to go to the gym. 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 Then coming here is like, Patti, cut it out. Relax. You don't need that many sessions.
Breathe.
Yeah.
I tell you in the beginning, breathe.
Well, I remember when we told you, like, you, and I guess this is a testament to a facility that understands the effectiveness of training. I mean, I don't want to, that's the point. It's like we're showcasing, like I said, what we do here. We had a huge opportunity, and to oversell, which I think a lot of places do. They promise you all this stuff. And we promised you all that stuff, and we even had you do less. We didn't capitalize on you coming in so manic. Oh, I want to do this. And we're like, no, 2 or 3 days is fine. And you're like, no, more. I'm like, nope, 2 or 3 days is fine. And I think that when you tell the truth, when you put it out there for clients, trainers, people, if you don't lie to them, and like I said, you continue to tell the truth, they will always have a good experience. And like I said, seeing you change has been an amazing thing to see. And it has been an absolute pleasure I'm looking forward to seeing everything that you do in the future. If you had something to say to the people that are in that situation who are kind of aimless and working out 6 times a week and really kind of running themselves down, what would you say to them? What was the message that you would say to them to kind of close this out?
I will say keep looking for your options and focus on your options. Make educated decisions. My decisions have been educated by my nutritionist and by Ben and Katie. So I've taken all of that information and I have adjusted to myself. Accepting the advice.
Okay.
And putting it into your daily stuff, that's what makes it better. The struggle was real. The frustration was real. Ask her.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't easy. But I am so proud today. I'm so proud that I made it through the first year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because officially a year last week.
It's huge. We're very proud of you here.
And
Extremely.
Dirty faces and all, man.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
take 'em.
Yeah.
But talking to people, making sure that the information is real and putting it into work. It's not going to be from today and tomorrow.
It's true.
It took the first 3 months were very, very hard, Ben.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then starting here, the first 3 months was very, very hard again.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Just when you thought it was going to get easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, switch it up.
Yeah. It's
And the last 5 months, 5 months, I think have been the best.
true. Yeah.
Because the change has been real.
The lifestyle changes
Yes.
have been real. You've really applied them
Yes.
in a long-term
It's not-
sense.
You're trusting yourself more, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not a diet like people tells me.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
And you've been extremely consistent.
Yes.
You're able to be consistent with 2 to 3 days of training a week. And your eating has been consistent. Your
Working
sleep
2
has been.
full-time jobs.
And that's what I was going to say. I didn't know if you want me to say, like, you're still working, quite a bit. Your work ethic is unmatched, in my opinion. I've seen many people work extremely hard, including myself, and you're right up there, So, Patti, seriously, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for the message. And like I said, I'm looking forward to everything you're doing. Katie, excellent work. You two working together, and just changing another person's lifestyle and choices is huge. So you both should be very, very proud of yourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
And we are out of here. Bye. Bye. Nailed it.
Awesome.
You nailed it.
Nice.
You nailed it.
You almost had me tear up there, girl.
Yeah, I saw that.